The birds are singing, the skies are blue, and the sun is shining as brightly as ever on this second day of December. We have officially made it to the end of the year. It has been a long year. You're watching Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Aina Riza Kwayo. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, December is here. Get out of those ferrodings. Get out. December is here. Don't catch yourself sleeping. Get out, my dear.
Get out there.
Get out of those relationships and be within. December is that time.
Yeah, December is that time.
Yeah.
It's the time when you go to buy bread and then you come back the next week.
Yes, it's the time where people pick you up to go to Swakop.
Exactly.
Just
and
randomly.
then you wake up in Botswana and then you wake up in Zim and you're like, how did we get here?
Yeah. That's December.
That's
So
December.
don't catch yourself sleeping. Don't let anyone stop your dreams from materializing. And partners usually do that. Partners usually do that. If you're in love, you see that you're somewhat limited.
Yeah.
The things that you used to do when you're
you're not yourself anymore.
yeah, like the things that you used to do when you're single, you see that they irritate your partner and now you can't do them freely anymore, or you simply just can't do them at all. So ferrodanks are not for December.
It's giving my phone is about to switch off. We'll talk in January.
So don't catch yourself sleeping. Pack your bags already. A lot
this year. It has been a crazy year. We made
A lot
this year. It has been a crazy year. We made it, and I think we should be celebrating because a lot of people didn't actually get to make it this far. And we are the few that have made it this far. We're the chosen ones that made it. So we need to celebrate each day. Every day is a blessing, and you need to live it as such. And remember, it's not a bad life. It's a bad day in a good life.
Yes. And on that note, we will be back with a drama coming from your favorite celebrities. So stick around.
Neopaints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neopaints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neopaints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian.
Oh, there's more. Oh, so good.
Tell him it's your favorite.
Maggies for Waggies too.
He's got the food doos.
Celebrate a Christmas like no other with Spar. Get 4 10-gram Cool Peach slices or halves for $19.99. Or 200-gram Baker's Eat Some More biscuits for $25.99.
Lekker.
Oh, look at him.
Celebrate a Christmas like no other.
Starting off our top stories, Australian senators have passed a world-first law that bans under-16s from having social media accounts. The legislation is set to come into force in November of 2025. It includes some of the toughest social media controls in the world and will force platforms to take reasonable steps to ensure age verification protections are in place. The law will make platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Reddit, and X liable for fines of up to £25 million if they don't systemically stop children younger than 16 from holding accounts. The platforms will have 1 year to work out how to implement the ban before the fines come into force. In September, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said his government would trial age verification technology before banning children from opening social media accounts. At the time, Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram and has a self-imposed minimum age of 13, said it wanted to empower young people to benefit from its platforms and provide parents with tools to support them instead of just cutting off access. Australia's House of Representatives has yet to endorse amendments made in the Senate, but that is a formality since the government has already agreed they will pass. In the UK, politicians are reportedly considering a similar ban.
I love it. Which one is your favorite before we move between those ones that are on the screen?
My favorite social media platform, I would have to say Instagram, followed by TikTok.
I would say TikTok. TikTok is so fun, and I'm more popular on Instagram, but I love TikTok.
You love
it's
TikTok.
So
I
fun.
think what I love about TikTok is that it doesn't necessarily you know, with the Instagram algorithm, it's hard to break through, right? Whereas with TikTok, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever is trending at that moment.
What I realized about TikTok is that they love people in their true sense of self.
Yes.
Like they don't want TikTok is not a facade. It's
No.
not like Instagram. TikTok, you are there as you are.
As you are.
Come as you are.
Yeah.
People will love you
Or
as you
hate you,
are. You don't need
whatever
to
it
be
is.
rich. You don't need as poor as you are. Come as you are.
I accidentally went viral on TikTok,
I love
434,000 views. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Because, again, TikTok is easier. Like, the algorithm is less complicated than Instagram's. It's so hard.
Anyone
for you
can
to-
pick up your
Anyone
story.
can pick up, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyone can pick up traction on TikTok. So, what I like about the Instagram, what I like about Instagram rather, is the explore feature on that explore page.
Well, that's where you go.
And that's where I go.
I should probably try explore more. I never go there.
I love explore. I don't like Instagram Reels per se because again, if you like one video, like if you like, let's say 2 videos, now that's all you see.
Yes.
Whereas with TikTok, whatever just
you
pops
come.
up.
Yeah, but I think it's good. I think children should have limited screen time.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And you know what? What sucks is the fact that here in Namibia, we don't have YouTube Kids. And YouTube Kids is so amazing because you get to restrict what your kids can watch. So please, can we please get YouTube Kids right here in Namibia?
Yeah.
We need it. We need even platforms like Disney Plus because we don't have Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, it's unavailable in your region. How, guys? Come on now.
Yeah.
All 3 million of us, we also deserve YouTube Kids and all of that.
Yeah.
But platforms like Instagram, imagine if they're already harmful to adults. What about kids?
Imagine. No, I think it's a good law that should be put in place, like
Worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide. I think children should stay off their phones. I think my child will not even
They must go
be
play
able
outside.
to touch my phone.
They must go play
Like my
outside.
child is not allowed to have my phone.
Kids now are zombies.
You can't touch my phone. And I hate children who love people's phones. You just come, auntie, give me your phone. No, let the child go play out. Even these tablet things, the child is
Oh,
2.
everyone has a tablet.
The
hey?
child is 2, but the child is on their phone. They have no social skills.
And not
It's
just
like,
any tablet, they have iPads. We call them the iPad kids because they constantly have and they are zombies. They don't even see anything. Like you're saying, they don't even have social skills because it's just Cocomelon. I actually saw this interesting video about how Cocomelon basically kind of like brainwashes your kids. So how they get kids to focus so much in Cocomelon is that they use like these bright colors and these sounds. So they actually did like a study to see how they can get kids to watch Cocomelon more and to spend more hours watching Cocomelon. I think Cocomelon is the most subscribed to channel on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with a lecturer, and she was telling me her child is not allowed to be on the phone. There is no screen time in her house, and the child is 1. No phone, no TV, nothing. It's just interpersonal relations. You go outside, you play, you come and sleep at this particular hour. There's like a routine, and that's, for me, I felt like that's proper upraising of a child. That's how you raise your child up, not on the internet.
But you know what? Sometimes as parents, I've realized as parents as well, in a way, and this may be very controversial, but I feel like in a way we've also become a bit lazy. You don't want to entertain your child.
Yes.
It's like,
Just
the
take your
tablet.
phone.
Just take your phone,
Take
go
the
play.
yes,
You know,
yes.
we've become lazy because now you have to entertain the child. You have to keep the child entertained for hours on end. So it's like, but why should I do that? Let me just give her the phone or the tablet and then they just watch.
No.
But we're actually killing our children.
Yeah, no, it's bad behavior. Nonetheless, let's move on to somebody who is also behaving badly according to other people. Media personality and executive producer of Shaka Ilembe, Nomza Mombata, has angered the family of Shaka. This comes after Mbata posted a message celebrating the success of Shaka Ilembe. She took to her social media page and wrote, "My first nomination in the Best Actress in a TV drama at the South African Film and Television Awards. I feel deeply honored by the recognition from the judges judges and fellow creatives, mostly for the opportunity to have portrayed Princess Nandi, who went on to become Queen Mother. We took home the award for Best TV Drama and 11 other trophies in different categories. The amount of respect I have for my fellow actors, the deep love for the crew, my directors, hair and makeup, costume design, my language coaches, the list goes on, she wrote. She went on to thank the brains behind the success of the show. It was my first time as an executive producer and the hardest thing I have ever had to do, with the greatest reward, which was working with the titan that is Zwabeka and Bombs Production, the visionary that is Angus Gibson, and the solid mind that is Ntlalam Takam, the leadership of Sasa Pliso, Calvo Mawela, and the undeniable support of MultiChoice Group. But her message only brought bad memories to the Mhlongo family. The spokesperson of the Mhlongo family told Sunday World that Mbata is insulting the Mhlongo clan. Nomzamo knows very well that there is an ongoing dispute regarding Shaka Ilembe. The play was broadcast without our consent, Mhlongo said. When they approached us, they lied and they said they were just doing research. We gave them information, but later found out that they were actually planning to make Shaka Ilembe. He continued, our issue is that despite having the right information, they still distorted our history. They misinterpreted our culture. We were also not paid for our intellectual property. We tried to reach out to them, but they were no longer reachable. He said that Mbata's post is an insult to Nandi. Queen Nandi was Shaka's mother and she was never married. What we saw on TV was a misinterpretation of facts. Actually, it was an insult to Nandi and his whole family. They misinterpreted our culture. We were also not paid for our intellectual property, he said. Queen Nandi was Shaka's mother, as I have previously mentioned, and then the Mhlongo family representative continues to say, we are not jealous of Nomzamo, but she is spitting on Nandi's grave. She must enjoy the money and keep Queen Nandi out of it. This is a mockery, fumed Mhlongo.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
I mean, guys, if you're going to do a documentary and there are surviving family members and you can get this information from them, accurately represent the people.
Yeah, and you got the information. Why did you have to go add spice?
Exactly.
But I also
And the
understand
fact
the
that
need
they
for
didn't-
spice because it's television. Maybe it was too boring. They needed to amplify the storyline so that it can sell. You know, with TV, it's about ratings, it's about
ratings,
selling.
yeah.
And that's why they won 11 awards.
You
12
know-
in total because they had
added
to
spice.
Yeah, and spice sell.
This is the same debate that's happening with the Menendez brothers with that Ryan Murphy docu-series, because Ryan Murphy was like, yeah, no, we needed to add flesh to it for TV, you know, and everybody was so upset because it's like, no, you adding spice is taking away from the actual facts. So I understand in this instance as well why they'd be upset, because it's like, no, but we gave you the facts as they are. We don't understand, because now you're misrepresenting and you're misinterpreting what we told you. Because imagine there are some people that don't know the full story. Now people are going to be thinking that this is the accurate version.
This is the story that we are seeing. That's the accurate version.
The accurate version.
Yeah.
And the fact that also there was no compensation. Come now, guys. How?
For intellectual property.
No, guys.
Sis.
Let's do better.
And
as
then
human
you are
beings.
going to brag that you've won.
You've won.
It's the fact
and these awards come with money.
Yes, it's the fact that your numbers were reachable when you were looking for information. After
Yes.
you got the information, your numbers are no
longer reachable. Nah, do better. Do better. But anyway, that brings us to the end of our top stories. We'll be right back with our guest segment.
I'm sitting here with the man behind Jumper Namibia, Andrew. Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I would like to say that your company is revolutionizing the industry, because I don't think I've seen anybody else do what you guys do, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, there are quite a few people.
Really? Or you guys are more visible?
I would say we are one of the pioneers.
Great. Now, Andrew, you and I, we have a relationship. We've known each other for what, maybe 10 plus years now?
Yeah,
Ever
it's
since
quite a
college
while.
days.
Yeah.
And it's great to see you, you know,
Yep.
I guess it's great to see us still pushing the dream, still doing what we love.
Yeah.
Can you tell the viewers briefly how Jumper Namibia started? How did you come with the concept of it, and how did that start?
Okay. I have a background in graphic design. That's the first skill that I learned, and it was a thing of just attending a workshop hosted by NFC, and I got to learn about visual communication. And after that, I kept experimenting with videos where I told a story with my feet coming from one place to another. And it made me realize that this is actually point of view perspective when I'm filming like this. So the idea of VR came about when I thought of the idea of taking my phone and having a Google Cardboard box and placing it in the box for one to be able to view in a more immersive perspective. And as I kept uploading these videos, I had this style of transition where one camera would be from one side, and when you pan it, it would be in another location. So that's how the concept of Jumper came about. Because
Jumper.
yeah, so in 2000 there's a movie.
Yeah, I wanted to ask actually
Yeah.
about that. Is it from that movie? Yeah.
The idea of the
jump.
transition
I saw how
to-
they used to.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
That was actually one of my favorite movies at the time.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
It is.
I should have a screening actually.
Yeah, we should actually.
Yeah. but just to talk about how we came about, it started like that, and because I already had a background in design, I just went ahead and designed the logo, which is now a 3-dimensional box. If you look at the logo, I just mixed all the skills that I had from graphic design to photography, videography, and offered that as a service as a company.
You connected the dots. That's
Yeah.
what Steve Jobs says.
Yeah.
You know, we acquire different skills throughout our lifetime, and then one day it all makes
Yeah.
sense because it can create this
Yeah.
big different thing that
Exactly,
you know,
it's like
nobody would have thought of.
Lego blocks to create your own structure.
Exactly. Can you, now that we are talking about, you know, the VR aspect of it, you know, 360 degrees,
Yeah.
can you tell us which industries have been showing interest in that? I know that I've seen some of your works.
Yeah.
I've seen you at the Mining Expo,
Yeah.
and I think I've seen you somewhere else, I think in the United Nations space.
Yep.
So what industries are interested in what you offer?
Well, the mining industry is a really organized industry, especially with security and just being in touch with where the world is moving and incorporating that with their works. That's where I find the most attention, but we're still discovering which industries are mostly interested in this concept, especially now with where the world is moving to, with AI being available to us now. People are more interested in digital transformation.
And it's a different experience as well, and it's a
Yeah.
different way of storytelling.
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned it before, but I did a play. I think you were there, right? You came to watch it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we did, you know, utilize VR glasses, and we had some scenes shot in that format, and it gave another experience to the viewer's experience
Oh, yeah.
of the play
Yeah.
and so forth.
Yeah.
So I think there's many sectors that can
Yeah,
benefit
there's
from
definitely
this.
a lot of sectors,
And
but
there's ways you can.
yeah. So it depends on which industry you're in and where you want to focus. Like for example, us, we are more in the marketing side and try to incorporate technology that assists the client to market. And we find VR a more immersive experience. I wish we can have more technology, where we can do that.
Speaking of technology, what are some of the technological or digital innovations that Jumper Namibia is currently busy with, or are those things on the hush-hush?
Well, we're trying to move with time because what I realize with, especially in Namibia, When we started Jumper and the whole idea for VR, it was at a very premature stage where people really didn't catch up to the idea. So we had to wait until this time where people are more informed about what VR is and more futuristic technologies. So in the future, we want to incorporate like stuff such as augmented reality, where you're able to use your phone. Like even when you look at TikTok or Instagram, those filters, those are augmented realities. So it's a thing of just looking at that and seeing what type of products or ideas we can incorporate for
Augmented realities.
marketing
I
purposes.
have no idea what that is. Wow,
Yeah.
interesting. So
Yeah.
how do you guys plan to stay at the forefront of digital innovations? Is it because you're always looking 10 steps ahead or 10 years ahead, or how are you guys keeping up, with the times?
With me personally, I start with a mind, where your mindset is at, and then just looking at what you have at your disposal and using that's available to you. So in terms of where we are headed at or where we want to be, we just want to create, take things out of our minds and put it into reality.
Now, getting back to the creative space, I know that you have an internship program running at the company. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So when we realized that there's a gap between the creative industry and the corporate industry, and people being challenged with understanding how the corporate industry works, made us start the internship program. And also just to provide opportunities. You don't find a lot of agencies providing internships, for example. And people in the creative industry need to know this knowledge. And that's why we're also looking into teaching people skills that we know by having workshops and just teaching where we can and assisting the economy to function better.
Yeah, and exactly. And we need to empower the youth to take our spaces, especially with where the future is going.
Yeah.
Speaking of the future, what do you foresee in terms of technology, in terms of the digital space, let's say 10, 20 years from now, just the industry itself? How is it going to look like?
I was reading an article the other day that spoke about where the world is moving to. And if you look at education, it's going to be more one-to-one education. So if you look at VR, you're going to be in one country where your teacher is in America, but you're in one virtual space. So it's not going to replace education, it's just going to assist education. So stuff like that is coming. And even if you look at AI, we have stuff like ChatGPT that can assist us with faster processes, like creating a business model within 5 minutes.
Yeah. It takes away, it takes away a lot of the back and forth,
Yeah, exactly.
It gets the first
it's going to
draft
be
out
more
of the way.
automated now.
It gets the first draft out of the way, and then the rest you kind of fill in the blanks. What do you see in terms of the digital space in Namibia?
In Namibia.
Do you think we are getting there, or we're still behind? How are we?
I think we're getting there, and it just has to do with collaboration. I think we need to move away from being in our own bubbles and start collaborating. So in order to move faster, we need to
totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Collaboration is the way forward. Now, before I let you go, how can our viewers get a hold of you in case they just, want to have a 360-degree film or something?
So for companies, if you want to get a hold of us, look for our social media pages, or you can just Google Jumper Namibia. You'll have a list of links that you can reach us out to. If you want to call me directly, it's 08169800693. But yeah, those are the main ways that clients can reach to us. But for the people who are inspired by what we do, just follow our social media pages and connect with us, and let's see how we can collaborate and create more and build our ecosystem.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
All right, after the break, we take a look at more Smell the Coffee.
And on that note, we'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place.